I feel like if we were in a ska band, you would play the trombone.
No, the trumpet. I used to play the trumpet.
I used to play the trumpet.
I did play the trumpet. It's so funny that you bring that up because I was about to say, you know, I wish I would have stuck with the trumpet. I could have been jamming to that song on my trumpet.
Yeah.
But it turned out that however, what is it, like 30 years later, whatever, 40 years later, Edward, my son, he signed up for
boy.
band and he wants to learn to play trumpet. So
Look at
guess what
that.
I did? I drug around my garage until I found my old trumpet.
Your old rusty
And
trumpet.
it was my old rusty trumpet. And, you know, it wasn't in terrible shape, you know. I mean, it was pretty
Beat up.
tarnished, as they would say, you know.
Tarnished,
You know, the
yeah.
metal gets all tarnished and so I actually took it to this repair
Tarnished.
shop. Yeah.
Okay.
And they actually just called me. It took them about a couple weeks, but they said they were able to pretty much bring it back to life. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Frankie
excited.
inside the trumpet. Nice, man.
You know, either he'll be able to go and toot that tune, or you know, if he doesn't want to keep it, maybe I'll pick it back up. You know,
Start to blowing hard.
I'm gonna blow so hard. Never too old to teach a old dog a new trick, right, Michael?
Call you old blowhard.
The old blowhard.
You can call us, Figures Not Included. Welcome back to the show, everyone. How is everyone doing out there? We hope you had a great week, great day, and that you're tuning in to hang with us and talk some toys. You're getting a little lower because lowering your seats.
I know. I felt like I was too high, like I was floating.
You're looking down upon me.
I know, and I was
like you look down upon your people, your coworker, your employee, not your coworker. You own them all.
I need to walk with the common folk so I can understand them.
Exactly. Speaking of which, I want to know about the shop, man. So look, we talked about it last week. We'll just be candid with it. My stomach's blowing out. So I couldn't make the trek down North Carolina. So I sold out again. What a surprise. If you had put money on this.
Surprise. Exactly.
Yeah.
No one saw that coming.
Yeah. Woo! Leave me alone. My stomach hurts. But it's just not coming out, you know? It's wet stains.
Coming out a little too well.
Yeah, little hoopa stains, you know? Oh, yeah. But yeah.
I like to say, Mikey's full of shit.
Literally.
And
it won't come out. A little too much info, but yeah. So that's what's going on with me. But I can still sit comfortably. Like I just imagine, like if we did do the thing and I went there and we're doing it live, we're like, hey, it's great for everyone to tune out. Just like dropping
right there in front of everybody. You just download.
You know? Exactly. It would be repulsive, you know.
Oh yeah, we'd probably lose both of our followers.
We covered both you guys, so we don't want to lose you. But yeah, so that's what's going on, which is really unfortunate, terrible timing. But I'm okay, and then we're all okay, and then
we're good, except for like you know the multiple knives in my back, you know, from your constant Brutusing me.
Yeah, I do. Brutus the Barber Beefcake, but hey, you know what? You're like Wolverine; you heal quickly. You know?
I'm still moving. I'm still pushing. You know, I was actually over there early this morning getting some stuff done. Tomorrow is our official big reopening, and I'm really no. Is it tomorrow? What day am I today? Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, today is Christmas time.
Yeah, we had so much stuff going on. I swear I don't even know what time it is, what day it is. I don't even know my name anymore. But
if they brought you into like a hospital, they would just commit you. You'd be like, I don't know where I am. Like, what's going on?
I would probably be committed, but you know, it's worth it. You know, it's really exciting. We had a bit of a preview night, or preview morning, I guess I would say, on Saturday this morning. A shout out to the NC Underground for coming out, supporting the new shop. They wanted to get a glimpse of the new and improved Hidden Temple, and they came on out in droves. I was so, you know, touched and moved by the support from all, you know, those guys. They're such great people. Like I talk a lot about toy community, and they are the epitome of that. So it was awesome to have all those people come out and support, and just such wonderful feedback, and just everybody just kind of blown away. You know, it's exciting and it's happy. It makes me feel good, like we're doing the right things, that we're moving in the right direction, and it's all, you know, coming together into something really, really special that a lot of
Yeah.
people are going to enjoy.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we are very, very excited. Like I said, so much work, more than I ever anticipated it was going to be. I mean, every day it's like, oh, I forgot this. Oh, what about that? What about this? And there's like a
Mm,
million little, tiny little like checklists of all these like tiny little, things that you just didn't even consider. And it's
right.
just constantly like, oh, I need a plug for this. Oh, I need a extension for that. Oh, I forgot to set this up. Oh, I need this and that. There's just so much of that going on, but it's really come together. The shop is looking amazing. I am so stoked. You couldn't even believe how excited I am to be where
I
we
mean, I
are
can hear it
today.
in your voice. You sound so you're just howling right now with
Yeah, yeah.
excitement.
Ooh.
Look, man, it's such a tough thing. It's just such an, and it's all you, like the undertaking of putting this together. Your fully operational toy station is
It
it's a
really
lot.
is. It really is, and it's so much fun. I can't wait to, turn on the laser beams and just blow everybody's mind out of the water, with all the
Oh
great stuff
yeah,
we're bringing to the shop. Great analogy. And so, yeah, there's so much really cool stuff coming. I don't even know where to start to even want to talk about it, because there's like a lot of really great ideas, a lot of fun stuff that's still on the horizon that we haven't uh, gotten yet, but it's coming. And so it's fun. It's like, I feel like it's a weird situation because there's like a finish line and like a finish date, and this is when I wanted to have everything done, but it's never
yeah,
really done. This is always constantly evolving. We're
right.
constantly growing and changing and tweaking. So yeah, this is like our re-grand opening, but it's not, we're nowhere near being done, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
We'll constantly be trying to improve and to grow and to make everything so much better and so much more fun, and we will be seeing a lot of that in the near future. So
Gonna love the way it looks.
cool.
Guarantee it.
I guarantee it, Michael. Well, yeah.
It's the Ed's Warehouse guarantee. Yeah, man. I'm super bummed I can't be there for the grand opening. What can people expect if they're watching the show this morning on a Tuesday morning when this episode drops and you're like anticipating, you're salivating for Hidden Temple 2.0? What can people expect?
It's well, there's going to be a lot of I think the big one is space. People are just floored by how much space we have now.
Yeah.
Our first shop was pretty small, and everybody's like, it's a great little shop. It's really nice. It's cute, but it's like you guys did an amazing job with like getting everything in here because there's so much in such a little space. And
Right.
now we are like way, way bigger than we've ever would have imagined, and
So
everybody's just
massive.
kind of shocked. And so, yeah, the amount of space and the amount of stuff that we're going to be able to do and have at the new location is just fantastic. So I think people are just going to get kind of blown away with how much room we have and how much we're going to try to stuff into this one. And the same thing, we're going to maximize space. We're going to maximize the layout and everything, so everything looks and feels great.
Hmm.
And you're just going to be able to see a little bit of everything. I want it to be like a place you can come and just kind of walk around for a good long while and just enjoy every turn and twist that you find in the store. Everything has its own little, nook and area for all sorts of cool stuff. We got
Yeah.
all these new sections in the shop. One of my favorites right now, we teamed up with Adam from Binks Media, who is going to handle our subscriptions for comic books.
That's
So
amazing.
one of the greatest thing about the new location is like doing these kind of things. I've always wanted to incorporate comic books into the shop, but it's a big undertaking, and it requires room and it requires dedication to get all that stuff sorted out. And it worked out so perfectly, teaming up with Adam and Binks Media,
Yeah.
because they are fantastic at what they do. He's on top of all the new and latest and greatest books. I've actually talked to him the other day, which was pretty awesome, that having the books in the shop has just kind of reignited my passion for comic books. Because for me, toys have been great, but comic books was also a big part of my adolescence and growing up, and a lot of
Yeah.
my influence. I was a big
Right.
drawer, artist, illustrator, and comic books was a huge part of that. And so they still have a big place in my heart. And to see them, because now and that's the great part of our location, is that there isn't a lot around us. So we're going to bring all this great stuff to a much needed area, that everyone's like, yeah, there's a void here. And so we're really happy to be able to meet the needs of the community around
Mhm.
Soma. And so, yeah, the comic books has just been fantastic. We're already getting a lot of traction and excitement over it because a lot of people, you know, they like going and looking at the comic books. They like seeing what's new on the stands. They like digging through, long boxes and seeing what other treasures
Yeah,
they can find.
it's so fun to do those kind of things, you know.
Mhm. So yeah, it's a nice part of it, and so really, really, really fun. I'm super excited that we're doing it and that it's already up and working, and
Doing it well.
can't wait to see how that continues to grow and adds just another really cool dynamic to Hidden Temple.
Hey,
So
man, that's the way to do it. You're evolving, you're trying new things, and the fact that you can find that passion again for comic books, which is, I mean, it's what started everything, right? You know,
yeah,
so
I mean, all the things I like, all the toys and the games and everything, all that stemmed from a lot of it came from comic books. That's where a lot of my initial contact with these characters and stories came from, and then they would expand into the toys, into all the video games and movies and everything. So, yeah, it's like going home. It's like going home again.
yeah,
Back where it began, and get to enjoy all the, like, kind of the new things out there, which is really really fun.
right.
I just picked up a couple of cool issues. One is Deadpool and Batman, which is a really cool
Ooh,
team up.
well,
You know,
I think that's going to segue into one of our topics today. So, oh, beep, beep,
what I
beep, beep,
did there, Mike.
beep.
I know how to do this.
Yeah, you're a pro. You're a seasoned vet now, you know? So
I
we're
don't know
getting
about
there.
all.
But
I'm not about all
look,
that.
man, it sounds great. It's going to be super cool when it officially, I mean, it's been open, but now you got the grand opening. So all
Hmm.
systems go full train ahead. And I mean, from the sounds of it, you know,
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
so
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
can only good happen at Hidden Temple Toys.
That's for
It was really cool seeing that you got the Wall XD stuff.
That
That's
was
very exciting.
fantastic. It was great to go from, having those amazing episode and conversations with Ernie, and then
Mike,
having it Mike. Oh yeah, Ernie. I'm sorry, Boba Fett. I'm getting my guys confused. Yes. Uh,
with, that conversation with Bartholomew, just a great guy. Just
Michael Jackson was amazing on the show.
with Ronnie Downey Jr., just a great.
Yes. I'm getting him right now. But yeah, no, it was really cool
Yeah.
to talk with him and having him explain his whole kind of journey to what he created. And then, man, it was so exciting this week. We got in our order for Wall XD, and I was able to, or DX, what is it? DX? And I'm all over the place today. And then, I mean, wow, he does such a great job. I mean, it looks fantastic. His packaging is really, really cool. I love the artwork. And then you open it up and you get these like really, really cool panels, and you can kind of put it together. Man,
Yeah.
and honestly, I just got so excited. I'm like, man, I want more. I wish he had like, 12 different options out there already, because I know that once he gets that whole, line out, and people can just kind of customize and build their little cities and landscapes and all these things, it's gonna be insane. And so, yeah, I was like, wow. I literally, like, I told Jen, I was like, we need to reach out and ask him when the next stuff's coming out, because we need more. We need more. His
More.
his stuff is
Yeah.
just really awesome. People were really digging it at the shop. It looks really cool, and I think once we expand with some more pieces, people are just going to like freak out at how cool this idea is, and such an amazing product. So yeah,
Awesome.
we're gonna keep up with High School Creations and keep this coming to Hidden Temple, because it's one of those like amazing things you don't see anywhere else.
Right.
We want to be a place where you can find really cool special things like this, so people know to come check us out. And Mike and the crew over there at High School Creations is killing it with these
Yeah, man.
amazing diodes. So yeah, can't wait to see more.
It's really cool. Like we're just in a different age of collecting where you get everything online, you look at pictures and then you order it and then you just wait and then it arrives. You're like, oh, that's so exciting. Can't wait for it to arrive. But there's nothing beats actually going into a store, a physical store, walking in and seeing something either for the first time or knowing about it and seeing it inside a store. There is, I don't know if there's like an adrenaline rush or just this hit of dopamine that kicks in, but man, or like just like a rush of nostalgia when you used to go to a toy store and see things for the first time.
It's
Nothing
literally
beats it.
that. It's that dopamine rush, it's that excitement of catching something that you've never seen before and seeing it in person. It
Yeah.
really does. It brings back that nostalgia, that feeling of walking into a store blind and not knowing what to expect, and then coming across something really cool that just blows your mind away, and you're like, "This
Oh,
is the
yeah.
coolest thing I've seen. Holy moly!" And I love that. I love being able to do that every day at Hidden Temple. I love seeing people come in and experience that. It's like such a great feeling. It's what I live for, Michael.
Right. Well, there's one thing. So you got a lot of cool stuff. I've seen some behind the scene photos. I've seen some other thing that you're implementing. It all sounds great. I think you're missing one thing.
Uh-oh.
I think you're missing some interactivity, so to speak.
What do you have in mind?
Well, may I present to you the the new and improved Stan the Man Lee.
Whoa.
About heroes and villains in that mighty Marvel manner. But the real heroes have always been you, the fans, whose excitement kept those stories alive. The world may be a little nutty now and then, but as long as we share our stories and imaginations, there will always be room for hope, heart, and heroism.
It's the rapture, Michael. The dead have risen again.
The dead have risen. This is Marvel Zombie. This is the cross
Marvel
promotion.
Zombies. It started. They did it live here
It's
at LA Comic Con.
We predicted. So if you go back and you see our reels or whatever, we were talking about like, what are they going to do with a Stan Lee corpse? And we were like, well, they're going to just wheel him out at Comic Con. You can take pictures with him and talk to him.
Yeah.
And they went a step above. We're like, you know what? We're just going to get like a fully.
It's not just going to be a dead body. We're going to animate this guy. It's coming alive, people.
You don't have to worry about the formaldehyde. So,
yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's cool to see Stan Lee come back and deliver a fun message, but it's also kind of creepy, you know?
It's
like
so creepy, dude. It's
like
effed up. It's
you don't
messed
know.
up.
You don't know. You know, it's like it's not him. It's like this weird, like pseudo, weird creation that's like hit. What do you call it, Mikey? The Uncanny Valley.
Yes, this is absolutely. I mean, it is him. It's his likeness, but it's just so he just stands there like a mannequin, and you just sort of see his mouth move, and it's just like, yes, I believe this, and it's just Stanley's automated voice, which is just so disturbing. It's a bastard work. So.
I want to know. I like what are the permissions you have to sign to get this kind of thing done? Did you have to be like, we have to like get a lot, something for his likeness, rights to his likeness, rights to his voice,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. So I think it's there's a company, I forgot the name of it. So I think it's called Mammoth Vision. So what a mammoth of a reveal with digital Stan Lee. So apparently you can ask a question. I'm going to say it. I'm not going to say him because this isn't like, I'm going to be like, it's really him. Like, no, this is a Frankenstein thing going on over here. This is monstrous.
You know what this reminds me of, though? Like in Superman, where there's like those kind of like AI projections of his like parents, especially like you've seen it in the pretty much in every iteration of the movies. There's like some sort of like AI version that he can talk to and integrate. You see it a lot, especially in the Man of Steel with Russell Crowe's character as Jor-El. I mean, like, it's weird because it's like it's not them, but it's them, but it's like this like weird fake version, and it's like, imagine if it was like real, that you could like interact with them like that, as like if they were really there and they're that person, but deep down that they're not. They're just this like completely artificial thing brought there to kind of just interact with you. It's weird. It's a weird idea, and it's like, what does that mean for like the future? What are we gonna see with this technology as we move on?
Yeah. Well, there's already a AI actress that is apparently going to be signed by some agents, and they're going to use that for I don't know what. So it's already sort of the pieces are there, and now it's like, can studios just hire AI actors or AI people to do whatever they want? And I mean, you can get Stan Lee, the video corpse of Stan Lee, to say whatever he wants, so, or at least talk within reason. I think they say they put parameters. So look, the company is called Kamikaze Entertainment. I mean, that's very appropriate. Just complete bombing the legacy of Stan Lee. So yeah, so there's this. I guess they had the likeness rights to him to use it, and this was a big thing that happened with him in his later years. Just the whole idea of like who was really in charge of him, who would take
like how much of himself did he sign over without really understanding?
Yes,
How
exactly.
he was just pushed for the money.
Right.
Who knows, But let's take it a step further and talk about what if you decide, like, I get it. If someone decided, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna license my rights after I die, and I'm gonna license these specific messages, and I only want to be around to say these specific things and nothing else, and you could say, oh, it's kind of an interesting way to kind of leave something behind, kind of see you and kind of get an idea of who you were, and you have a specific message that you yourself left to share. But when you don't have that and someone is just kind to putting words in your mouth,
right,
and animating you and making you this like strange puppet, what does that do? So like the people who like I said, signed over all their stuff without really knowing what they're doing, or just people find a way to get around that, and then there's all these people just being animated later on and brought back to life and doing stuff and saying stuff that might not be where your mind or heart would have been in reality. But now that they have all that information and your voice captures and your expressions and your likeness, it's like it's strange. It's a slippery slope, I think.
Yeah. In Denmark, I think they are establishing a law where you own your likeness rights. Like no one can buy them from you or use them against, or like use them without any consent or something.
Yeah.
So they're kind of trying to but like what would your AI say? Like what would be the things you would want him to spread out there?
What would I want to say out there?
Yeah, if they're gonna use you, like say like you're not at the shop, you can't go there, and you're like, okay, just bring an AI Ed. So
bring an AI Ed. I'll be just like, find Jesus, people. You guys need to find Jesus.
Find Jesus.
That's what
what would I say?
I'm gonna come.
That sounds like maybe, you, Michael.
That sounds like me. I think this one sounds like me for sure.
That's probably it. We'll get a lot of that too.
That's me current day right now. So
maybe that's what I need to do to get you down here. Just get an AI version of you. That's the only way.
Exactly. I'll be there. I'll be there. Don't worry about me. You don't need a real me. You just have me. Exactly.
So it's pretty much the same thing, just a soulless husk.
It's a soulless husk, which I feel like right now for the last couple of days. So. A husk of a man. All right. Speaking of soulless husk, let's talk toys. The perfect segue to hot toy news. Yeah.
Welcome.
So I mean, I think AIs are less soul. I mean, toys have tons of soul in the little plastic husk. I do, especially when you see some awesome stuff. What's out now? I'm going to pull this up right now. We love TNT. We talk about it basically every show. It's the thing that got us into figure collecting, at least for me. And there's no shortage of types of TNT toys that you can get out there, which is crazy to think about. It just never ends. The fun never ends, Ed.
I know. I say it all the time. It's like there was such a drought with TNT for the longest time, and now there is a plethora that cannot be quenched. There is no damming the dam now.
The damned cannot be damned.
The dam cannot be redammed.
It cannot. Godzilla is now getting into the mix with some Ninja Turtles. These are already out. So you can find them in Target. They're on eBay right now, which I had no idea this was happening. I mean, I guess I missed an announcement or something. But yeah, man, Godzilla is mashing up with TMNT. You got some gnarly ones here.
I think it came out when you were on the toilet, Michael.
Yeah, then I definitely would have missed it. So, but yeah, man, you got pretty nasty stuff. You got Raphael and Rodin, Michelangelo, King Ghidorah, and then Leo Godzilla. No Donatello, so
That's
he got
weird.
left out. He got left out.
I always dislike when they leave out one of the turtles. This has happened a few times, and it's always a pain in the butt. I remember when they did Playmates did Savage Dragon figures, and then they did a Jim Lee version of Ninja Turtles, and they left
Yes.
out Leonardo. And I think for many TNT collectors, that's a sore spot because they had concept art, but for some reason they never got around to doing it. And if you're not going to release the whole team, please don't release them because it's a terrible feeling to not have it whole. You know, you need to complete the team. You cannot have 3 out of 4. You need to have them all.
You leave a hole when they're not whole. You know.
You know about leaving holes.
I mean, I'm trying to right now. It's not happening. Yeah.
You need something to leave your hole.
I mean, they're cool designs. I like the ideas of them. I mean, yeah, like it. I mean, what would Donatello be? I'm not too well versed in Godzilla lore. Well, I guess like a mecha Donatello.
I mean, that's the perfect one. I mean, Mecha Godzilla Donatello would be freaking awesome because he's the tech guy. You know, Mecha Godzilla is a huge character. Yes, please make that happen. There's so many great ones. Like, you know, if they want to do what's the girl? April. Why they can do Mothra, you know? Mothra is a female character. Boom.
Yeah.
Very cool. Space Godzilla, Krang, you know, boom. That'd be cool. You know, there's some really neat ones they can do. And there's so many characters, so many weird, strange things. But I mean, I will say this is a very interesting mix. Ninja Turtles has been kind of baffling me for a while now. The last few years there has been some serious, you know, crossovers. The one that I really just kind of like threw me for a loop was well, there was a couple. Stranger Things, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Why would those be connected in any way? But they were, and it was so interesting and weird. The other one was Cobra Kai and Ninja Turtles. Now I get okay, they know karate, you know. Yeah, but what different franchises completely, you know? Especially not even being like Karate Kid. Maybe you think, oh, they were like old 80s franchises. Nope. They were, you know, the new Cobra Kai stuff with Ninja Turtles. Just it was so funny to get Raphael with Reese.
I got a Donatello one. I forgot who Donatello was with.
Oh, I mean, they were just so funny. And it's like, that is insane. You know, that one was just like, what are they thinking? And they just keep going. You know, we got the He-Man ones, the wrestling ones. But I mean, a lot of these do kind of like pay homage, I guess, in a way to like the old toy line, where they did a lot of like kind of crossovery or just kind of weird mixed turtles. Like remember the dinosaur ones?
Yeah.
It's just so much stuff. Which one's this one? Is this He-Man and Transformers?
This is He-Man Transformers, yeah. Which I don't. I mean, it looks kind of dumb. I mean,
it's funny. It's silly, and I think maybe that's why people like it. But I don't know. Sometimes I think it's so over the top that you're like, yeah, it feels kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think people are gonna eat this up. There were like people that are like, oh man, you know, imagine if, you know, Optimus was armor for He-Man.
Worlds collided like this.
Yeah. It happens. You know, and it goes, you know, it kind of goes with the whole shtick of, you know, Ninja Turtles, mutagen, you know, mix and match. You know, what are you gonna get when you mush this stuff together?
Right. It just feels like sometimes it goes like so far because like you mentioned turtles and dinosaur, but it's just like it's a theme, right? As opposed to matching two IPs together and you get this abomination.
Yeah, and what's up with like this constantly crossover of stuff? I mean, remember there was Power Rangers too. Remember Power Rangers was a really big one. They did it in the comic books. You know, there was the Batman crossover. I mean, they've been crossing Ninja Turtles with over, but now they're doing it with everything else. Transformers has been crossovering.
That's a word, sure.
With franchises for a while. I mean, we got Ghostbusters Transformers, we got X-Men Transformers, we got Street Fighter Transformers,
Turtle Transformers.
We got Frankenstein Transformers, Universal Monster Transformers. I mean, Hasbro has been doing this with Transformers for a while. We even got last year. Or this year, I think it was Kit from Knight Rider crossover.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
so many, not including Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles and Transformers did a crossover too. We got the Turtle Van that you could turn
Right.
into one of the 4 turtles.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow,
It's,
between Transformers and Ninja Turtles, I mean, they are mixing and matching wherever they can.
I think at one point I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool," and then I'm like, "I'm out. I'm not dealing with this."
Yeah, I thought the He-Man Turtle one was a little bit
combinations.
interesting.
Yeah,
And then
He-Man Thundercats too. Yeah,
and then now the He-Man Thundercat seems to be very popular, and I think people it's funny because a lot of the people who buy them have told me like they're fun, but what I like to do is take off all the armor and just have like a
Lion-O,
He-Man
yeah.
style Lino,
Yeah.
and like they don't even really care for the crossover part. They just like the fact that it's a certain character remade in a certain type of toy line.
Exactly.
And so yeah, it's getting kind of kooky, It's funny for a little bit, but I don't know. Personally, I think it's gotten a little over, zealous, and we're getting weird stuff like Transformers, He-Man.
Yeah. What else do we want? Do you want like Transformers / Furby?
I don't know, man.
Transformers / Golden Girls.
Yeah, that's what we need. Golden Girl Ninja Turtles. That's what I see.
Golden Girl Ninja. There's 4. There's 4. It makes sense.
I just said that'd be the perfect.
Like I know who Kate is. Like who's Blanche? Who's Rose?
But I think that's if they want to do crossovers, those are the franchises they need to dig deep for.
Sorely lacking on Golden Girls crossovers.
Yeah,
Golden Girls.
I want to see that. I want to see something along. I want to see who's the boss.
Yeah. Or like who's the boss? Angela. That's Raphael, obviously.
That's definitely Raph.
Yeah, it's Raph. Clearly, Tony Danza is Raphael. Yeah. Give me some Taxi crossovers. Give me some Sopranos of He-Man, Sopranos X He-Man.
Yeah.
Imagine like a really like staunch, chubby New Jersey type of Prince Adam of He-Man. I think that'd be really good.
G.I. Joe crossover. I mean, that's like
yeah. There you go.
Perfectly, written for each other. Let's make it happen, guys. Let's not go for the low hanging fruit. Let's like really think about
really branch out there.
Let's get the crossovers that people never knew they needed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we do. That's what we do here. We provide really great toy ideas. I think
they just need to bring us in, Michael. They need to call us up and be like, guys, we need you in here for a brainstorm. I imagine like the 2 guys they bring in, or no, it's the 2 guys he hires, but then they bring in what's the actor's name? Remember in Elf where they hire the 2 guys to make the storybook, and then they bring in Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage to like, that's what they need to do with us. Bring us in like Peter Dinklage. We need, to be picked up in a limo, 70 degrees. We need a bowl of only red M&Ms, and we're gonna come in there and we're going to give them the best crossover.
Deliver the hottest stuff.
Yeah.
I
mean,
exactly.
We're right here, guys.
Transformers X The West Wing.
Exactly. Transformers meet Seinfeld.
There's a really funny image of it's like a Marvel versus Capcom image, and it's like Seinfeld versus Capcom. And I think Transformers X Seinfeld is obviously.
They need to make this happen. I mean, this don't want to see like an Optimus Jerry. Starscream as George Costanza.
Well, no, I think. Well, yeah, I guess he's so like, his voice is so shrill. That would make sense. I thought he would be Bumblebee. Kramer would probably be. I don't know who Kramer would be.
Kramer. That's a good one. Who could Kramer be
in the Transformers world?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm trying to think. Elaine would be RC. Gridlock. Yeah, Gridlock for sure. That's a great one. Gridlock. Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know right now.
Yeah, we don't know now. Yeah. There's so many ones you can do.
There's so many. Newman's got to be Megatron.
Oh yeah. He's the bad. He's the big bad. He's absolutely the big bad. So yeah, like we're pitching great ideas here, obviously. So
we're gonna put a number. Mikey, put your cell phone up there. Hasbro, Mattel, give us a call.
We're here. Our numbers are open. We're standing by. But yeah, mashups can be fun. It can be a little, overwhelming. Like you said, it's just way too much stuff out there. It's just taking over all the shelves. And it's
Hey,
just
but hey, if that's your thing, if some people like
oversaturated.
this, they don't collect the regular stuff. They're waiting for this kind of weird mashup, unique, strange things that you're probably only going to see once in your lifetime. So,
Yeah.
Hey man, if there's a market out for them, and I'm assuming there has to be if they keep making them,
For
pick
sure.
them up. If not, I'm sure you'll probably find them at Ross or on the clearance section of Target. In a few months.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
keep them in the back of your closet until one day they're worth millions.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you. So we're talking about mashups. We're talking about ones that we would like to see. Great ideas, obviously. But what is your favorite mashup of all time, or like one of your top mashups? And we're
Wow.
talking. We can go toys for sure. I think we should start off with toys, and then we can kind of think of stuff outside of that. I mean, you just mentioned it. You mentioned Deadpool and Batman, right?
Yeah, that's one that brought us in. I like it when they do those kind of fun crossovers, and it's an exciting thing. And I think maybe that's where the toy companies are kind of following suit with some of these other franchises. I gotta say, probably one of the top ones that I can recall right now that I think has just been a perfect fit has been Alien versus Predator. I think that's a cool one. I don't believe that those franchises were ever meant to be together when they were created, but then they just kind of fit in perfectly, and then boom, what a great crossover.
The movies, the comic books, the toys,
all of them.
Aliens.
There's a video game. The arcade's awesome.
The game is amazing. The game's
Well,
amazing.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, the movies aren't the best movies. Could they have made them better? Maybe in the future we'll get a really good Alien versus Predator. But regardless of the quality of the movie, the franchises together seem to fit really well.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
maybe the movies haven't done it justice, but in the comic books it's been really cool. In the video games it's been fantastic. The toys have been really, really cool. So 3 out of 4 ain't bad, Michael.
Ain't bad. I gotta go. Yeah, Marvel versus Capcom, Marvel, X-Men, whatever. It's just when that happened. When Marvel superheroes happened, I was like, oh, they're like Capcom's making this fighter and X-Men, and then they branched off and did the actual crossover, and that thing blew my mind when I saw it in the arcades. And then getting Marvel versus Capcom version 2 and then 3, and it's just like it still blows my mind. Now we get awesome action figures out of it. It's my favorite, I think, crossover of all time.
I mean, it's a fantastic crossover. I mean, it opened up so many doors for so many kind of cool combinations, and you got to see it in that. And so for sure, it was I think that's probably going to be one of many people's favorites, because it was such a one of those that just go together so well. It's like peanut butter and jelly, Michael.
Oh, delicious. Put it in my mouth, feed it to me. What about toys? Any crossover toys you can think of that really just they hit it? I always thought Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtle would have been amazing together in a movie.
Didn't they do that at one point? I feel like that's been done.
Has it been done? Are these unoriginal ideas? Probably. I'm sure there's a comic book with Teenage Ninja
I feel that something like that has been done. But anyway, it would be a really cool one to see some more of.
Like a movie. I'm saying like a movie would be cool too. But comic books, it has been done for sure.
Would be a little kind of difficult to write. Maybe an animated movie.
Animated. Let's go animated.
Yeah.
For toys, I don't know of a.
Which one I thought was really well done? They did the comic book. They did the movie, which I thought was actually really, really fun too. And NECA did the toys, which I don't know. I just love the style of it. Was the Ninja Turtle Batman toys that they did? Remember, the style was really cool, and they came in 2-packs, and each one came with like a different character from both franchises. The Batman in that line is just really, really awesome. The Turtles look fantastic. That was a cool toy line. I remember I was really excited about those. I grabbed them right up. I drank them like your milkshake, Mikey. I drank it all up.
I drink a milkshake. I think like when you think of like Ninja Turtle Universal Monsters, the first time, the Playmates ones,
Yeah.
those are excellent. Those are awesome. They still stick in my mind. Trying to think of what else.
There's probably some like really easy ones that like my brain won't let me remember right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like most of the things are usually Transformers, mixed with
There's been so many good ones. I don't
There are a
know.
lot of good ones. Let us know in the comments which are some of your
Yeah.
favorite.
Let's leave it to the people because my brain is kind of dead right now.
Brain. There was Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers.
That was very popular. People really enjoyed that one. It lent itself well. I think the comic book did really good, and so Hasbro did some toys which were pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was also Street Fighter Power Rangers. Remember that one?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm telling you, man, there has been a crossover bug lately. Just everything wants to merge.
Too much merging.
Yeah,
Merging and converging. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm trying to think of any like cool Star Wars ones besides Transformers, obviously. Like mixed with like I know they have like figure arts do like the the Japanese style.
Cool. What if they take like a cool Star Wars character and mix it with like Indiana Jones? That'd be awesome, right?
I mean, I thought that was what. Oh. yeah, great idea, Ned.
Right?
What was the one? I mean, figure arts does some pretty cool stuff.
Figure arts. The crossover stuff?
Like the movie realization stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
The movie realization stuff? What are we talking about?
It's like Japanese inspired character, like takes on these characters.
Oh, just kind of like
Ronin style, Ronin samurai style. Like there's some cool design to them.
I mean, there's been some cool. I don't know if there's any like crossover ones, but we've seen some cool, characters, like mainstream characters been kind of, samurai'd up or ninja'd. We've seen Batman Ninja. We've seen like the Star Wars with the samurai, the Ronin from the last Visionaries.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's cool ideas like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're getting way out of there. Let's just ring it.
Reel it back in.
Reel it back in, Michael.
Okay, let's stick with some modern stuff that we really like, and a great crossover for me. It's Mondo and Masters of the Universe, and they finally put out pre-orders for their 1/12 scale stuff, which we got a glimpse of those at WonderCon. I got to see a lot of them up close at the San Diego Comic-Con, and now you can order them. But they look awesome. Like,
did you put your order in yet, Michael?
See, look, man. I want to. I really want to. They're amazing looking. When I see them, and I mentioned to Peter and Hector when I interviewed them at Comic-Con, you haven't seen that, go check that out, that they really gave the impression of the Staction figures that NECA did back in the day. Yeah. Especially Clawful, but you can see here, he has all the modern articulation. He huge, all the detail that's included on that figure. It's insane. The base, I love the base. It's so intricately done. It's such a beautiful figure. But man, it's just, these figures are just getting more and more expensive, and the hobby is just becoming more and more selective.
It's true. It really is. But I'm surprised because we saw these way back in the day. We saw these at WonderCon, and you were like, oh, I think we even saw them a little bit before, didn't we? Did we see them? I don't know. Anyway, we saw them, and when we first saw them, you were like enamored by them. Yeah. And you've been touting them up for a while, so I'm surprised you weren't like at least gonna get He-Man.
I'm gonna get He-Man. So we'll go through He-Man right now. We'll see those pictures. He-Man looks awesome. Clawful sculpts are beautiful. I mean, beautiful work by the whole team over there. I mean, with Mondo, you're gonna get exceptional detail on every single little thing. Yeah. Clawful, for me, he's an awesome character. He's an amazing, toyetic figure. If I'm gonna invest money into certain characters, it's going to be probably the main ones, like He-Man. He-Man looks excellent.
And I mean, I guess I understand what you're trying to say here, and I'm in the same boat. And because right off the bat, I know He-Man is an extensive line. You know, He-Man has a lot of cool characters, and so it looks like Mondo is really shooting to make all of those. You know, or at least a
Yep.
good chunk of them.
Yep.
And so you're thinking about, okay, what investment am I going to do here? And at the price point of these figures, yes, it's crazy to think, oh, I'm just going to buy every single one. You know, hats off to those that can. You know, but space wise, money wise, it's just not feasible for a lot of people.
Nope.
And I have my original He-Man line from the 2000X, but man, I got to tell you, I would love to replace all of them with Mondo versions, just because the quality of these figures is amazing, And I say
Yeah.
to yourself, and I've had a little issue with some figures being very expensive and this and that. I know I had a lot of issue a little bit with like the price point on the Ghostbusters one, and
Right.
it just seems like it was so much for what you were getting. But I don't know, for some reason these kind of just feel to me, with the amount of accessories that they're coming with the articulation, the sculpting, the painting, the quality is really what I'm trying to say here.
Mhm.
I'm like, that's what we're paying for import figures,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I have a lot of import figures, and I can go around here and add how much I paid, $80 to $100 for some of these figures, and I'm like, I could definitely do that for some of these He-Man figures, Not
Right.
all, but at least I'm gonna get my favorites, I'm gonna get my He-Man, I'm gonna get my
Right.
Skeletor, and I'm definitely getting my
Evelyn.
my girl.
Yeah.
But
But
and and there's gonna be more. There's gonna be a few more that I'm just gonna, I gotta get him. I gotta get him. I'm not gonna just say everything, because I just know it's not possible. But
yeah,
I'm gonna get a handful of these just to enjoy them, because they're such amazing looking figures, and Mondo does such an amazing job with
Yeah.
what they're doing, and I can just imagine how good these 1/12 figures are gonna be. So
Yeah.
it's it's a tough cookie, because it is a lot. It's a big investment, and it's a lot of them. So I think the big
pictures here
problem is
are
going to be like holding back and being like, I don't need all of them. I don't need all of them. You're like, I don't have to get that one. No, I don't need that one.
You're
But
gonna
then
have to.
you're gonna want it. You're gonna get to the point where you're like, oh my gosh, if I just had a couple more, I would have all of them.
That's a problem. You buy one and then you get hooked, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
well, maybe I get this one. Oh, this character's cool. I don't really know that one, but he looks awesome. That's kind of where I'm at. I definitely am gonna get He-Man. I'm gonna get Skeletor. For me, my love for Motu isn't as deep as other people, as other nerds, but I do appreciate. I mean, look, I was all in on the 2000X line when Mattel first did them back. Like that, for me, that's my He-Man, right? And so I wish I could get the modern day versions of those at a reasonable price. I'm never going to say $100 is a reasonable price for a figure.
Yeah,
That
it's definitely a luxury. If you're dropping that
Yeah.
kind of money on a toy, it's a luxury. And
Right.
so, yeah, there's only so much of that you can do and feel okay about, if you're, not, floating in the cash.
Right, and we're not. I'm floating in my bio, but not in the cash. So.
We're just talking about you, Michael.
Oh, okay. Yeah, big money baller, Michael. I'm curious if the sword opens up. I don't
Who
know.
knows, that's something that you got to ask the peeps next time you talk to them.
Gonna do well. We're gonna do that. New York Comic Con is a week away, and we're gonna be on site, on location, doing an interview. We got an interview scheduled with Mondo, got one with Bandai. My hope is that Spider-Man will be there. The Game Over Spider-Man. I'm sure Mondo's gonna be cooking up some stuff. They'll have a panel as well, but we'll be talking to Peter and Hector and all the good folks there at Mondo. And then I'm sure we'll get some stuff with Hasbro. But it'll be fun. Yeah. So expect coverage on Figures Unincluded for New York Comic Con. Another curious thing is like they show the photo of him double gawking that sword. I really hope the figure is flexible enough to do that, just because there is no real deep chest cut. I wonder if the chest is sort of a softer plastic.
He's doing it there, so my assumption is they wouldn't really put that picture up if they didn't make it that an actual posability in the figure.
Right.
I don't know what I just said,
you see, I just been duped by Mezco photo where it's very photoshopped or Super 7. I don't think Mondo does that. I think what you see in the photos is what you're gonna get. So
Yeah, they seem very conscious about people and what they see and what they're expecting, and so I don't think they would put a picture of this figure doing this pose and not be able to actually replicate that once the figure is available. But we'll
yeah.
see. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm just curious. I would love to get the figure in hand and feel it with my dirty little fingers.
Maybe in a week, Michael.
Maybe wink. We'll see what happens. But yeah, what is so we already know we're gonna get Skeletor. We got Clawful. We got He-Man. What's the big want that you want from a Mondo 112 Motu line?
Bring on the ladies, man. Bring on the ladies. I gotta say, one figure that I really wanted that they never made in the actual line, but they did make the Staction figure, was the Sorceress. I thought the Sorceress was super cool because she had this kind of Egyptian vibe to her. Her design was really, really, really cool. And man, I would love to get an articulated Sorceress. That one I would I'm assuming, she would probably fit in where I have her because she's not literally next to any of the other figures. She's kind of sitting up in the castle. So, it'd be really cool to get a posable one and sticking her in there. So I would love to see that. I want to see what Evelyn's going to look like. I want to see what Teela's going to look like. I mean, I love these figures. I can't wait for my 1/6 scale goddess to ship because
oh man,
that thing is just beautiful. And so, yeah. I want to see more of the ravishing ladies of the Motu line.
Would you want Mondo to do a 112 scale Thundercats line?
It's a slippery slope there. It's a tricky question. My answer would be yes, 100% yes, because they would make amazing figures, but they're also going to be, really, really expensive. And so it's like, I would have to buy them all, and I know that it would be a pretty penny.
Seriously, in debt, yeah.
Yeah, that's my my issue with that. But yeah, I mean, if money was no issue and I could get them all, please, Mondo, please. I mean, Mondo does. You've heard me say this over and over again. Mondo is probably one of my favorite toy manufacturers. They do such an incredible job. The detail, the amount of intricacy and their painting and their just attention to detail is so spot on that I would take anything from Mondo.
Yeah, you get a really good look at how he can double hand the sword there. So
you like double handing, don't you, Michael?
I mean, if you can't double hand it, then it's not even worth it. So it's cool. I mean, I'm not crazy about the timed exclusive editions. Like the long hair He-Man, I don't really care about. The stand looks awesome, but I think I could just get the standard one, save $20, and go that way. So I think that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. It's fun to have the different head sculpt just because if you want to mess around and do different poses, different styles. But honestly, you're getting 3 other ones that are pretty awesome, and you can enjoy it. The long hair one isn't typically He-Man style anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. The stand though, I think is pretty sweet. I'm sad that that's not included on the standard figure, because it's such a cool thing. And one of the things I loved about the Staction figures NECA did was that they all came with cool bases,
Mm-hmm.
And so I just think that's a really cool add-on, especially the way they're designing these to actually look like terrain. That's my only kind of like, I wish that was available. So I'm kind of on the side of like, I want to get it just because I want to have all the little pieces for it. For $20 it's not gonna make or break me. I'm already spending so much on this figure,
Right?
But hey, everybody's got to pick their battles.
Pick your battles, one battle after another. This is also sculpted by May Shelf, who is just a god in the toy game. So shout out to him. He does incredible stuff. I think I ordered a He-Man head sculpt, and I was going to put it on my Mattel He-Man that came in the SDCC 2-pack. But now it's like, well, what's the point? I'm just going to have to get these, which are, way more expensive. But here you go.
Oh, cool.
Look, there you can go. So it looks like it's a soft chest I think they're implementing sort of the soft chest stuff like you've seen.
Like yours, Michael.
It's very soft. It's very movable like that. Yeah. There's no sturdiness to it at all. So
It's like a bag of water. Sorry.
Got 2 bags of water right here for you, baby. Screw you, man. They're big boy chest, okay? I can do push-ups.
We're talking about He-Man, not you, Michael.
Oh, I feel like you're insulting me.
No, we're talking about He-Man's soft chest.
Here's his soft chest, okay? Here's his bag of water chest. You bastard. Yeah, so you get the soft chest like you see in Storm collectible figures, Storm Marina stuff. So it looks like
I'll be curious to see how Mondo handles it as opposed to how Hasbro did it with the Hulk. A lot of people weren't too happy with the way it was on the Hulk. It was too kind of like
flim flam.
Yeah, it was like kind of lifted up, you know. It wasn't kind of like, you know, sealed off. The rubber seemed to split for some people. I don't know if that's true, but you know, that was I noticed was one of the parts that people weren't super excited about. So hopefully, you know, Mondo will be able to, you know, maybe handle it a little better, do a little bit better job of concealing, you know, the fact that it is kind of like the soft floaty piece that they put over it.
I trust Mondo with that more than I do Hasbro.
I'm with you on that. On that.
Excited for that one. Excited what to do if they did a Castle Grayskull. Is that you have one behind you? So
I know. I mean, it's a must have. You know, if Mondo did a Castle Grayskull for this line, you know, and they did it. They did it for who did it? Club Grayskull did one, and it was massive. It was amazing, and I regretted not getting it just because it was so cool. But at the time, it was like, nah, I don't got any room. It's way too expensive. You know, and I kind of said if I ever got a shot at it, I probably would get it. But if Mondo did one, you know, I don't know. Maybe I just have to go in on it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, look, they are fully invested in Mode 2, whether it's 1/6 and now 1/12. I don't think there's, I mean, outside of, you know, X-Men animated, I feel like Mode 2 is their bread and butter. That's the thing that they've become really known for now, at least this version of Mondo. And it feels like they're really dedicated and committed to it. So. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. I mean, like Batman stuff would be cool in 1/12. I think that's just an impossible thing to get, you know. But they just
never
do
say never, Michael.
Never say never. Never say never. What if they announce at Comic-Con, like, hey, guess what? We're doing 1/12 animated Batman. I just feel like
all soft tests.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look, Mattel could do their own thing too, and it would be cool to get affordable animated, like new animated figures that are way more articulated, better than what DC Collectible did back in the day. But yeah, I just, you know, if Mondo did it, it'd be like insanely expensive. Got a license is incredibly expensive, but you never know. Yeah. You never know what can happen. So
we don't know.
But yeah,
it's gonna be a waiting game, Michael.
Waiting game. But I think for me, He-Man, Skeletor, absolute must. Definitely gonna get those, and then we'll see if some other ones. I'm just like I can't deny it. I need this. I need this in my collection. So, yeah, cool stuff there from Mondo as always. Let us know what you guys want to get from Mondo. Are you all in on that? Because I think we are. Some people that have questioned about a certain figure that they're not really sure is they love Kyoto. We love Revoltech around here. We collect tons of Revoltech stuff, but this one looking a little iffy. This is the Nightwing, which is very exciting for, you know, Revoltech to be doing Nightwing, but a lot of people were questioning the soft.
I got actually a couple people. My buddy was telling me, "Oh, I thought this was a Blockies figure just because it looks so kind of."
Yeah, a lot of people said that.
Stiff, yeah, and you know, yeah, I kind of see what he's saying, and like, it's weird because they did a good job with their Arkham Batman. You know, I thought that Batman looked pretty nice, and you know, they always did such a good job. I don't know if they just went a little too hard into trying to capture that, you know, that animated, you know, video game kind of look that he had in that,
yeah,
you know, version, and it just kind of went awry because I felt like there was who did one. I think Mattel did one.
Who did?
Mattel did the Arkham games characters, and they did man, I wish I would have grabbed them before the show. They did a Nightwing, and he kind of looked like this one, kind of like stiff, kind of like weird smooth face, and it just didn't look as nice and detailed as you would imagine it to be. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a bad picture. Maybe, we're not really seeing, the real, full spectrum of this character, but
Yeah.
who knows? This little test shot is not exciting people as I think they would have hoped. So we'll have to wait and see once we see this character come out more and more photographs, and hopefully they improve a little bit on the things that people are not, jiving with.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess what could you do different? Because like I don't know how close is it to completion, but I just like with Kyoto they do anime stuff really well. It's that sort of look where they can accomplish animated style comic book versions of certain figures. Even then, but it's just the style of Revoltech, of Kyoto. Of like that's just how
Yeah,
it.
but they do such a good job of like really capturing that kind of anime dynamic face. At least it has some sort of character to it. This one just looks like dead face. It looks like it's just
Yeah.
it's just very basic. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's not where it needs to be. The hair, people are saying that they hate the hair sculpt. Is it just because they're trying to mimic the way it was designed in the game? I think so, but I don't know. Sometimes I think you need to take a little bit of our artistic liberties to improve
Yes.
for
Yes.
a three-dimensional toy like this.
Yeah, I think so. I think like you could add some more dynamicism to it, make it a little bit more, into the video game world, I guess, as opposed to natural. And the natural doesn't really work for these kind of figures, which aren't very natural to begin with. So
Yeah, and honestly, I think they would have done better if they just kind of designed the face in their own kind of anime style. I think it would have lent itself well to this figure, and it kind of would have cut back a lot on the negativity that
it's
people
got like a little bit like a schoolboy haircut, So
yeah. It's just I don't know. It's off, and so people are noticing.
Yeah, we'll see if they change anything. What I think looks really awesome, which I can't wait to see the final version of, is a loose collector Yeti over here. This thing looks super super impressive. I think this is the Yeti. Oh, this is the Yeti, or at least that's the Bigfoot or Yeti.
Yeah. I think Bigfoot and Yeti, they're based off the same stuff. They're just a couple different pieces that they throw in there, so it's kind of hard, especially with these prototypes with all the different colors. It looks kind of like weird versions of Swamp Thing.
Yeah, that's how you look when you try to do a butterfly stretch.
True. That's literally, based off of one of my yoga videos that
and the nude model for collectors, Yeti.
That was the nude. Man, I remember my art class where we did, you go into art class thinking that, it's like, I want to learn, learn the human anatomy. I want to learn to draw better. But, you also are like, I get to see some, good looking, bodies here.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess you got to be careful from whatever pool they're
pulling from.
They're recruiting, because it was not what I was expecting. I don't know if we got like the bottom of the barrel or what's going on, but it was not what I was hoping it was going to be. It was like a real life drawing class, so but it looked more like I was drawing like, inspired by Pablo Picasso. It's more of an abstract, art class, just because it just wasn't looking like what you would think. And I was like, but that's what's there. I don't know why it looks like that, but that's what it looks like.
That's what I see. That's what the artist's eyes picks up,
I didn't know. I didn't know it was an interpretive class. I know the bodies were interpreted. Oh, no. I digress. No body shaming here, Michael.
Well, it's too late for that. You can't say no body shaming after a whole like minute of body shaming. So.
No, it was an observation, not shame.
Observation, exactly. Yeah, but the thing was, did you see like what? Just like a lot of like abnormal bodies, like weird dongs, and
the whole kit and caboodle, Michael. Everything you just said, multiply.
You're like, is that a human or is?
I don't think that. It's like I know a little anatomy, and that doesn't look right to me.
I don't think that goes there.
That's not supposed to go there. That's
it's like a Mr. Potato Head thing.
That is way too low.
That's hanging way too low.
But hey, like I said, no, I'm not putting anybody down. Everybody's beautiful to somebody, I guess.
Except those people. The thing looks awesome, man.
Talk about good looking. Loose Collector has just he just knows how to make things look right. The figures, the style, always look amazing. I have some of my favorite figures come from Loose Collector, and I just wish I could get my hands on more of them. And hopefully that will be the case soon. I don't want to. Just gonna drop a little tidbits like that. But he does some just incredible stuff. This Yeti, it's so cool. I'm actually super excited because my wife is a huge Bigfoot fanatic. And
really,
oh yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh, she loves Bigfoot. You didn't see my Bigfoot? I think I was wearing my Bigfoot shirt she bought me on last show.
Oh, I don't remember. Okay,
it says like believe, and it shows Bigfoot walking around.
Okay.
Yeah, she bought me that shirt. It's really cool. She loves Bigfoot. She's like huge into Bigfoot. I think that's why she married me. She's like, Bigfoot.
Familiar.
But and so this will be a really, really fun one to bring home and be like, check it out, babe. Maybe she won't, smack me for buying more toys with this one.
Exactly.
It'll be like, I approve.
I have another crossover, TMNT, Harry and the Hendersons. So
boom, I love it. Why have they done
together? It's all coming together, man. These are all
right, great. Mikey. Who would win in a fight? Harry from Harry and the Henderson or Alf?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like Alf would, because I think he's more despicable than Harry.
I was gonna say the exact. Harry's just too kind-hearted, He might have the brawn, but that Alf, he's devious,
He's super devious. He eats cats.
That's literally what I was about to say. He eats cats.
He's a monster. He's a monster.
You can't trust something like that.
You can't trust something like that. I'm trying to think of other crossovers that are coming. TMNT X Kramer versus Kramer. TMNT X Schindler's List.
I don't know about that one, Michael.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I went too far with that one. The thing looks awesome. I am very excited to see this full thing in its full form, and it's just like we talk about beast figures. Dragon Man super popular, but with the technical know-how that Loose Collector brings into his figures, the engineering, they're going to be so much fun to play with, And people are just like, I think people are eating up. We talked about this before, just bigger figures, bulkier figures, monster figure types. People love those.
Yeah, people love a chunk figure, and like I'm telling you, every time we get chunky figures, people are buying them up, and the more companies are making them, I think they're just going to be some of the biggest draws for collectors, because especially like really nicely engineered and crafted figures like Loose Collector's doing here. I mean, I can't wait. I'm super excited for this one.
Yeah, no details yet, but it's cool, man. I mean, he's doing all the Liefeld stuff, and that looks super promising, and he just keeps expanding. So
it makes me hope that he picks up maybe some other Image 90s licenses, which would be amazing.
That would be really cool.
Imagine if he did. I don't know. I don't see how this would ever happen. But man, if they did Wildcats, man, I want him to do whatever. Do Cyberforce. I would be all into Cyberforce or Darkness.
Darkness would be awesome. I've wanted another Darkness figure for so long.
Yes. Give it to us, please.
Give it to me, please. Yeah, we want that one, please. So if you hear us, please make it and just get it done right now, okay?
Thank you, honey.
Yeah, man, cool stuff. Always love when we talk about new and upcoming exciting figures. Let us know what you guys are excited for, and maybe we can bring it up on a future show.
You've got mail.
Hey,
Have you gotten something, Michael?
I got something at the door. Let's see what it is.
Love that new figure smell.
It makes sense. It's a good segue from when I was talking about my love for Marvel vs. Capcom. The hits keep on coming.
Your huge pulsating love.
Oh, it's so, it
is
throbbing.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
It really is a throbbing love. It's a hurtful, painful love sometimes. But yeah, I finally got Ken. This is a Storm.
Whoa.
And he is beautiful.
Compare him to Ryu. Which one do you think is the superior figure? Is it just about who your character you like, or do you think there is anything that the figure brings that's more than the other?
I think I think it's Ken, just because he brings more things that fit his character. And Ryu is, he's like your standard fighter. He doesn't have a lot of personality, so maybe that's unfair. But Ken,
he has lots of personality. You don't talk to him like that.
Okay, well, I know you love that blank space of a fighter. Yeah, no, Ryu's awesome, but Ken just brings a little bit more of the fun flavor. He brings like the come here, come on, fight me, man.
Get over here.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think that's the wrong game. So he's like, venga acá, cabrón. So,
Oye, te toca perder.
Oye, te toca perder. And he kind of has the smirking attitude face. He's got the peace sign as well. So I just think those little additions just make him a more fun figure to pose around and
Makes
just to
sense.
play with, So, but the standard of the figure, they're both pretty much the same, but they feel great. So, I mean, you can take your choice. I think it does come down to a personal choice. So, but Ken's awesome. Ken's really cool.
Yeah, he looks fantastic. Honestly, I love that sculpt of Ken. I've always liked his alpha look better. I kind of like the older Ryu, but alpha Ken has always been really, really cool with the longer hair and all that. So
yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah, I think for a while I didn't like Alpha Ken, and now I've come around fully. I've done the full 180, and I'm on the other side of that Ken argument. For a long time, I was like, "Oh, Street Fighter 2 Ken, like that's the one with like
all the way around, just to embrace him from behind."
I mean, I usually go front face, but yeah.
Well, I don't know. So you said 180. I thought you were 180 around him.
Like a reach around.
Hey, I didn't say it, my God. I didn't. I was
very confused right now. I did a full reach around on Ken, and I got to say that the Alpha I think is my favorite version as well now. So
I like it, Michael. I like it. I would have had something. I would have had something to show.
Oh yeah.
I finally got my Shumagorath. I've been wanting to play with that figure forever. I literally just ripped him out of the box and was messing with him. He is so beefy. Talk about a beefy figure. A lot of people are like, oh, he's too big. Yeah, he might be a little too big compared to for the game, but he makes an amazing action figure. So
yeah,
I don't actually mind that he's bigger because toy-wise, he's awesome, I left him on my desk at work. I'm very upset I didn't bring him in today.
What a fool.
I got him some really fun poses, and so
yeah.
Maybe we'll put a little picture,
So your first impression, you like it a lot? Is it too cumbersome? The tentacle, do they feel fine?
I mean, you got to expect it. Obviously, it's not a regular humanoid. It's a giant squid monster. So yeah, he's gonna be a little weird and wonky, but it's fun. You got to get used to his limitations with his tentacles. And you just gotta find fun ways to play around those. And you can do some really neat stuff with him. His facial expression with the eye, that eye is so much fun to just make him look funny.
Yeah. Oh, the eye is the best part. Even past which are great, the eye is
good. He's a big old squishy mess, and the bendy arms are super, super fun. He's got a little extra articulation on the joints, and it's a weird figure, because you don't get toys like that. All our toys are humanoid little figures, and once in a while you get something that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Shumagorath is really weird, and
Yeah.
so he's just super fun. We got to build the figure Starro, a couple years back with McFarlane, and that was cool to look at, but it didn't really do anything because you couldn't really move it.
Yeah.
Shumagorath, I mean, or Gargantuous or whatever you're calling him nowadays, he can move, he can pose, he can grab other figures, he can give him the stink eye. I mean, he's fun. Yeah, I'm really upset I left him.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the tentacles look like they work too, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they were good.
They were really good. Wink. He is super cool. I got to mess around with those tennies at Comic-Con in San Diego, and so I'm really happy you got him in hand. 'Cause I thought he's just like it's a super fun gimmicky type of toy, and we don't have a lot of those, especially when it comes to Hasbro. You make, like you said, like standard humanoid figures, so it's cool they really branched out and did something creative. We talk about that, like putting your spin on something, and really going for it. And so I love that with something like Gargantos, it's just this really weird, awkward, silly, fun figure that
Yeah.
we never thought we would get a version of.
It is ridiculously fun to play with. If there's a figure you want to have sitting on your desk, just mess around with, that thing is just like limitless.
Yeah.
Super, super cool toy. I enjoy it.
Is that do you have the whole wave now?
No, I don't have the whole wave. We're still waiting on Juggernaut.
The creme de la creme.
Yeah, I'm very excited for him too. He's like we were talking about, the chunky figures is where it's at. I can't wait to get that bad boy. He looks so much fun. You seem like you had such a great time messing around with him.
Oh yeah,
I want to get a shot of that too, Michael.
I want to get on those. So
yeah, can't wait for him to hit the shop. I will definitely be messing with that. Whoa,
baby,
love it.
My favorite video game character of all time, X from Mega Man X, finally in hand.
Oh yeah, we just got these at the shop today. Actually, when I was there this morning.
Really?
So yeah. A little FYI for those viewers, he will be available starting tomorrow at Hidden Temple.
Wow. So look, go to the grand opening, go buy yourself a beautiful X figure. He is very, very nice. I mean, just right out of the box.
Oh yeah. I just saw a really cool mashup between this one and the Storm figures that you were just showing off.
Yeah.
And he seems to be a good fit for the, like, if you want to do a gaming setup with these characters.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you remember in Mega Man, in X and X2, he can do Street Fighter moves.
That was always one of my favorite things, where you could I forgot what I remember. I even actually I had you do it for me because I couldn't do it.
Exactly.
But you did the little thing where you can get the Hadoken.
Yeah, you can do the Hadouken in the first game, and it's an instant kill. It's just like a, but you have to have full health to do it. And then in X2, you get the uppercut, which is also a one-hit kill. And so now you can recreate that with X.
Dun, 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 dun.
So if you got your Storm Arena Ken, it fits perfectly actually
Look
on the
at
3-0. It sticks in really well. So you could have him doing his X2 power move.
That's awesome, Michael.
That's some nerd shit right there, So, but
The best kind.
The best kind. This thing is beautiful. It's really beautiful. I mean, you have the drop down feet, which is great. For the longest time, we only had the figure arts versions, and then that was it. So this is really, really cool to see. This is awesome. Oh yeah, this is really fun. This is great. Yeah, if you're missing out, you got to go to Hidden Temple. Go grab it, and he brings an angry face too, so you can really sell the uppercut.
Oh, something like that. That's what you sound like when you're on the toilet, right, Michael?
I did basically me on the toilet. No.
I got a gig.
Like, that's the toilet right there. And then when I'm done, yeah.
Nice
Awesome
stuff,
stuff,
Michael.
man. Yeah, great
toys.
Great toy. Bring the open hand, an alternate hand, the blast effect, the charging effect. Super cool. That is a display piece. I mean, if there ever was one. So I'll do a little comparison with the Figuarts one, which is was like the best one. And then there was a True Force X, which was like its own style of X, which was really cool too. But I'm a big X fan, so please, like, I don't think Jada is going to be doing. They're going to be doing some other stuff with Mega Man. So I think the OG series is going to either stay dormant for a little bit or take a pause, and then I'm going to explore Mega Man. I don't know if that means X, that means Mega Man Legacy, or what that could be, but or the Mega Man Legend. Sorry, Mega Man Legend was like Trombone. Like that would be cool because that would help complete the Marvel Capcom roster. But I'm hoping that it's not just X. I would love a Sigma, and I do know that Haya Toys is making an X figure. They're making X, they're making Zero, they're making Sigma. I just love what 3-0 does. I love their Mega Man figure. I love the X figure automatically. So I think they would kill it with a Zero, with a Sigma. If they want to go and just do a couple of heavy hitters from the first first 4 games, I think you would have a nice little roster right there. So
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, Michael. Fingers crossed that it happens.
Fingers crossed. I'm crossing my fingers. My intestines are crossed, I think. So I'm putting that out there into the world. But yeah, man, that about does it for me. And I think about does it for the show. And we got to get a good night's rest.
I was done like 30 minutes ago. So
you haven't been here. This is actually AI Ed talking right now.
This is really just my AI. What do they call them now?
Avatar. Yeah.
It'd be really fun, right? It'd be cool. Like if you're at work and you're just like, I don't want to do this today. You just like throw up an AI avatar and go to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love it. I'm telling you, man, it's weird, but maybe there is some fun to be had with this AI.
There is something to the madness for sure. Yeah, there is something to this madness, but we'll see if you bring it into the store one day. But regardless, Ed, fun talking toys with you. If you guys want to go support the store, you can do it at hiddentemplettoys.com. If you're in the North Carolina region or in Selma, I always call it Salem for a while. So
I think never mind.
What? How are you going to say? You're talking about my bag of water chest. So
No.
Keep it to yourself, AI Ed.
I'm just gonna keep it to myself.
Yeah, I know. I have to install some rules and regulations that you can't cross.
I'll just tell you after.
But yeah, go to the grand opening, Hidden Temple. They are going to be officially opened this Tuesday, tomorrow, or today if you're watching the show, or yesterday if you're watching this in the future. But yeah, go check it out, and it's going to be a great time at the store. I can't wait to go there when I'm back to 100%.
When AI brings you here.
Exactly. Either me or a version of me, but it will happen.
Well, maybe sometime on the show we'll just hand out AI figures because, we're definitely going to hand out real ones, right, Michael?
I don't know. At least on this show, figures are not included.
Nope.
That's how it works.
Sorry.
All right. Well, we'll try again next time.
Maybe.
No promises.